Berlin Wall is one of the best-known symbols of Germany's tortured history. I'm young and from the west of the country, and I want to look for traces of the wall. Up till now, it was just a chapter in a history book for me. I wasn't even born when it was built, and it came down when I was just 12. I want to see what's behind the legacy of the Berlin Wall. It was about 156 kilometers long. Only short stretches are left, and even in Berlin, most people don't know where it stood. Do you know where the Berlin Wall was?
I'm from Berlin, but I don't really know anymore.
I'm from America, and over there, the Berlin Wall is so famous. We learn about it all the time in school, and I really am looking forward to seeing it. But I can't seem to find it.
I think it must have been around here somewhere, but I can't remember. Do you know, Reiner?
I don't know either.
Fragments of the wall have ended up on mantelpieces all over the world. A few slabs of it are still standing in Berlin. Countless tourists go to see them. They're a major attraction and landmark. Checkpoint Charlie on Friedrichstraße is a favorite. It used to be where foreigners could cross from west to east. Berlin Wall bric-a-brac abounds. I can't resist buying a souvenir. My own piece of the wall. On Bernauer Straße is a stretch of real wall. The government has established a memorial here to the victims of the wall and the division of Germany. Escaping from East Germany was dangerous. Many were shot and killed doing so. The Documentation Center provides historical information and seeks to educate the public. Construction of what the East German regime called an anti-fascist protective barrier began on August the 13th, 1961. The city was already divided, but now it became a physical reality, a cement wall 3 meters 60 high. It stood for 28 years, dividing families and separating friends. Joachim Rudolph escaped to the west shortly before the wall went up. He'd felt trapped in the east.
We used to be able to go over to West Berlin for 20 pfennigs, but they stopped that, and we had to sign a document agreeing to be on standby for military duty. The political pressure became more and more intense.
Then in November 1989, the impossible became reality. The wall fell. Many could hardly believe it. How did you hear about the fall of the wall?
I slept through it. The next morning, nobody was at work, and I rushed out because I had heard the border crossings had been opened.
I come from what was West Germany, and I heard it all on the radio. We were dumbstruck.
I watched it on TV with my parents. I didn't really understand it. Total strangers hugging with tears streaming down their faces. As a child in West Germany, I didn't know what to make of it. It wasn't until a lot later that books, like Divided Heaven by Christa Wolf, brought me closer to the Berlin Wall. One feels one's way along the wall, as if through fog, and it's hard to free oneself from one's sorrow over all the missed opportunities. I didn't decide to come to Berlin until I saw one particular film, Wings of Desire, Wim Wenders' masterpiece about two angels in a divided city. Part of the wall later became an artwork. After the borders were down, artists from around the world painted a stretch of its eastern side. It was Iranian artist Kani Alavi who came up with the idea for the East Side Gallery.
The soldiers came, but this time, instead of threatening us with their guns, they held our paint pots instead. And they held the ladders for us to help us paint. Those were very euphoric times.
It's now been 20 years since the Berlin Wall fell. Some of the watchtowers are still standing and open to the public. In the no man's land where East German soldiers once patrolled, there are parks. Grass has grown over history. The division between East and West is no longer a topic of discussion, at least not for people of my generation.